Hello, I'm Amber.
And I'm Neha. We are parents of a gifted child who is on autism spectrum.
Through our YouTube channel, we want to help parents with children on the autism spectrum learn more about autism, avoid a lot of myths that are there around autism, as well as provide a lot of tips and strategies that can slightly ease your parenting journey. All our content is very well researched, but please note that every child is unique, and this video no way replaces any kind of a medical professional advice or intervention. If you find this video helpful, please like our channel, subscribe, and further share it with parents of children who are on the autism spectrum that you may know about. Now, in this video, we are going to talk about the importance of decision making skills for a child on autism spectrum and how to teach your child decision making skills. The tips shared in this video work best for toddlers as well as children up to the age of 7 to 8 years. However, they may work even for children who are a bit older. Now, as a parent or a caretaker, I want you to do this short exercise. For a week, carry a pen and a notepad along with you, or you may also use a digital device to take notes. I want you to take notes on how many times in a week do you allow your child to take decisions on his or her own. These decisions can be categorized into what clothes does the child want to wear, what food does the child want to eat, which toy does the child want to play with, etc. At the end of the week, you will be shocked how less number of times you actually allow the child to take decisions. Most of the decisions that we take for a child are pre-decided by us. The child hardly, and this is something which comes very, very naturally. It's not that we don't want the child to take decision, but the way we have been raising our, child on the special needs, we kind of tend to ignore and take these decisions on the child's behalf.
I think it's something which is common with regular, as in with neurotypical kids as well. We don't really allow any decisions because we are short of time. Most of the times we want everything to be done quickly. So somebody who's on autism spectrum also takes more time than the usual kids take to take a decision or anything like that. So anything we think is going to be a little more time consuming, we tend to ignore it. So one should start giving that kind of training to the kids to actually be able to take their own decisions, because it is one of the most important skills that we want our child to develop. Now, autistic children can face challenges while with decision making due to difficulties with social communication, sensory processing, and executive functioning. However, there are several strategies that parents and caregivers can help their children to take these decisions. And decision making skills for kids with autism can be extremely challenging. And like I said, we've already talked about it, that it is very difficult for us to invest that kind of time, but we have to, because we have to teach it to them. So considering you can't be exactly sure that they're picking the right choice, which they actually want, because they confuse us, we get confused with the gestures. Sometimes like our son, I think even when he wants to say yes, it comes out as a no. So if I'll ask him that can you put this dish inside in the kitchen, in the sink, first he'll say no, but he'll do it. So any question that we are asking him or anything we are telling him to do, the first thing is he tends to just say no, because yes is something which is not coming to him naturally, and maybe it is a little difficult. So to to help him with that, it is important that we start with questions which are based on yes or no, especially yes for our son in our case. And yes is something which we should start with, because it is easy to know what your child prefers. Like, he loves chocolate, he loves all kinds of sweet stuff. I think any regular kid, anybody for that matter, even us, the first thing is we want something sweet. So something sweet you can start with, and you can ask your child, like, do you want a chocolate? And if the child says yes, good enough. If he's not able to say yes, you show him a gesture, or you say like a thumbs up, or maybe you nod your head, and it has to be accentuated. It has to be done in a way where the child can really take it in. It's a yes. So it comes out naturally, but it takes time. You have to work on that. You can also point at it. Do you want this? Instead of saying the item's name, it's fine. You can begin with, do you want this? And you then give the child that nod, thumbs up, and you say it also. And you have to give the prompts. And plus, with that, you need to give the words. The first thing is, our kids have to be given words for everything. So you can't expect the child to just suddenly come up with it and say, yes, I'm going to do it. You have to give the word. You have to give the answer to it. Plus, as I said, you have to use them with visual supports and gestures, hints, and they have to be faded over time. You can't just keep doing it over and over again. But you may want to start this with simple offerings, like I said, food or a toy, a favorite toy. Like our child, he loves all
Cars,
the wheels and the cars, and any kind of trucks, trains, whatever. So whenever he wants that, you can always do it. He points out now that he wants it. He calls, Dada, come with me, or Mama, come with me, or Dadu, come with me. Anybody in the family, and he wants certain things. Give me train. So you counter question. You want the train? Yes. Just simple a question. Yes or no. Answering with that. Okay. You should try these things only when the child is calm. Please make sure you do not do it when the child is all baffled and he's in a mood. He's not in a mood to do so. Please try everything which is done, which you want to try, but try when the child is calm. It can be either in the bath, it can be while he's eating, but make sure he's calm. So, and add a variety of questions. Don't just stick to toys and food. Go out. When you go out somewhere, ask him there as well. Do you want to roll up the window or do you want to roll it down? Do you want the AC on? Because these are very simple questions and we are teaching them. They like playing with the gadgets. Do you want the phone? Yes. Do you not want the phone? Or whatever you want to try like. Okay, this has to be done with different things. So please make sure you have a variety of things because we are trying to put them in every situation and they have to face everything of that. Okay, after yes, you have to move to no. Yes, you should start, as I said, because it is preferred thing. What do they like? You can then after once the child is you're able to understand that he's able to answer yes on his preferences. Shift to no. Do you want this? No. Do you need this? No.
You could start with more with things that the child doesn't like. So the opposite to yes, where you start with things that the child likes, the child likes. Here you start with things that the child doesn't like. So
yeah, in our case it's banana. Do you like banana? No. Do you want banana? No. I am done. Bye bye.
Now, neurotypical individuals can make choices out of 3 options, but children on the autism spectrum find it difficult, even as adults. So they generally pick up the first choice or the last choice, and don't really choose from what the preferred option could be. So if you're giving them a question where there would be more than 2 choices, then the child would tend to pick up the first or the last choice, even though his preferred choice might be the second choice or the third choice or some choice in between. So to help with that, start with questions that have 2 choices only initially. Use a lot of visual aids. Visual aids can be helpful for children to understand choices available and to organize their thoughts. Consider using picture charts. You could, if the child is especially non-verbal, you can show him, you can create those picture charts on your phone, or you can print them on a piece of paper and then show those options to him on the chart, and then he can choose, okay, I want this or I want that. Do you want in your breakfast, do you want eggs or do you want mango? Do you want to eat for dinner? Do you want to eat rice or do you want to eat bread? So these options we can start giving to our child. It could be chicken, spaghetti, anything that the child wants. Give them options, right? In every try to give them as many options as possible, and in every category. For example, in case of clothes, now especially this starts with categories which are low stake. I mean, low stake category, by low stake categories I mean categories in which there is no risk or harm to the child. So these could be food choices, these could be choices of clothes. Within clothes, break it down further. For example, do you want to wear a red t-shirt or do you want to wear a blue t-shirt? Do you want to wear shorts or do you want to wear denims? Do you want to wear a red color sock or do you want to wear a blue color sock? He may, wear a combination which he would, which may not look very, nice, or it would look, he might look like a little joke. Yes.
Yeah, it's like, but that's what we are trying to put them in a certain structure.
Yes.
So we just want to help them.
Yeah.
They might look. We just have to let them be sometimes, and take their decision, and then you can correct the. You're wearing a red sock, and you're wearing a blue one in the other. Do you want to wear it like this, or do you want to match and wear?
Yes.
So our son, usually when I dress him up for school, he usually tells me which color pair of socks now he wants to wear. If I'm making him wear a green pair of socks, he says one sock, one green sock, two green socks. So he wants the other one also to be matching. Okay, now we need to establish a routine for decision making that involves considering the options, weighing the pros and cons, and making a choice. This can help them with a better ability that can provide them to take decisions in various situations. Like he already said, that we are talking about food. If you're giving food, give him a lot of choice. And usually Vian likes eggs, he likes parathas, he likes halwa, he likes mangoes, and I do give him these kind of choices, and he picks up one. Somehow he has started doing it now. He's able to do it. Just yesterday I was taking him to a place, and I gave him only two choices, and I told him, you want to go here or you want to go home. So he picked up the first one, and because he wanted to go there. Then I gave him three choices, and I put that other choice in the middle. So he was able to do it. It takes time to get used to it. It takes time for us to it takes a lot of time to put in that effort, but you must do it with your child if you want him to understand a little more and be able to take the decision. Also, when when we have a routine, we already talked about a routine, they like predictability. But since they start understanding, whenever they start understanding that, okay, right now is my bath time, after this I'll get some food, and then I have to do a worksheet. You might be able to, you can even give a choice there and say, do you want to have a bath first, or do you want to eat your food? Or reverse, do you want to eat your food first and then go for a bath? So you have to do these things in a day, but you can give them the choice. A little flexibility might just help them. Also, when it comes to food, you can encourage the child when he says, I want to have something like healthy. Healthy is, he doesn't know what is healthy or what is unhealthy exactly, but he does want to have French fries, and you can't keep giving him French fries all the time. So then you replace it with something which is a little healthier. You give him a chapati with a little bit, with a few vegetables on the plate and curd on the plate, and let's see if he takes it. If he takes it, and and he's okay with it, that means he's taken a decision that he's okay with this kind of food. So you give him a big thumbs up, and you give him he loves all kinds of kisses, so you give him a kiss on his cheek and he'll be very happy. You clap for him. Appreciate your child when he takes a decision.
Celebrate the success, that will make him very happy, and that will, help him take more decisions in the future. So, and that will not also make him, sorry, I forgot what I was going to say.
No, that's okay. But then I believe that yes, you should celebrate every little success, not just in terms of yes and no questions, and not just in terms of taking decision and making their own choices, but in terms of any little progress they make. Appreciate that in a big way, and then definitely there'll be better results.
So I just remembered what I was going to say. When we tend to say no so many times to our children when they are, to our child, and when we allow them to take decisions, then that actually changes everything. Otherwise the child will always think, okay, my parents stop me from doing a certain thing. And also, if you create situations where you allow the child to take decisions, then it makes the child confident, and also love his parents a little more, that okay, my parents allow me to take decisions of my life.
He feels in control. He does feel in control of his own self. Okay. So overall, it is important to be patient, supportive, and understanding of the unique challenges that autistic children may face with decision making. I think every little thing we are trying to teach to our children takes time. It consumes energy. Mentally and physically, you can get exhausted. But please try to be patient. By providing clear options. In the beginning, a few options, maybe just a couple. but as and when they are able to answer back, taking the correct decisions, making their correct decisions or their choices, and then you can keep adding 3, 4, 5, and so on. Using visual aids, using a structured approach. As we already talked about it, structure is very, very important for them. They need some predictability, they need some routine, they want a particular structure. This is what I'm going to do. So you should understand, if they're eating something, give them a choice there. If they don't, they want to have a bath, using a bucket or a shower, go on with that. Providing support, practicing decision-making skills, and celebrating successes. You can help to instill decision-making skills in autistic children. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.